Yeah, I think that's quite interesting because really want to touch on your experience with the Chinese, especially because you guys had, I mean, when I ran Seberun Resources, our project was quite greenfield. We didn't really have any development issues. I think you guys had, and I know that we've had conversations before, and you've had a lot of work with the Chinese, and obviously you're trying to work out your capex and things like that. Maybe that's quite an interest. Like you said, you know, the industry's a bit funny, a bit the pricing's a bit. How should you put it? It's a bit sort of behind a Chinese wall there. Mm-hmm. You know, we're not sure what price is and things like that. But maybe you could share that thought with us about, you know, what your experience was in the inner sanctum, if you want to call it.
Yeah. Look, thanks, Noel. So, look, I was very lucky in terms of working closely with the Guangzhou Institute of Non-Ferrous Metals. So we worked with Dr. Zhang and his team there. So Watershed was a little bit different, and you know, thanks to the the Japanese partners. So we had a guy, Nakamura-san, and he said, "You've got to go to China because they are the guys that really understand tungsten." And I think predominantly in the West, it had been a mixture of gravity had really been the focus. And the key we went to learn was about flotation, the recovery. And that's one of the things that you'll look at that has caught Wolf was getting that recovery. You know, a lot of it, because tungsten, and we're seeing this similarly in the spodumene area with the lithium guys, is, you know, it has what's called cleavage planes, so it will slime very quickly. So it means that if you're not careful, a lot of your stuff just goes to tails. You can recover a coarse product and the fine stuff just goes away. So, you know, I was able to go inside Guangzhou, and we worked with the team learning about the Petrov flotation process that the Chinese, originally a Russian process, but the Chinese had commercialized it. Whereas the Russians would heat everything up, the Chinese would go, well, how are we going to make money on this? We can't heat everything. We'd work on very small batches. So they had this very high intensity flotation that really worked down to some incredible levels, you know, 10 to 5 microns. As part of doing that work, so we worked with them, Guangzhou, from about 2012, and I think it really gave Watershed a competitive edge using X-ray sorting and then having that finished product that could be caught by the flotation product, you know, so allow you very high recovery. But the Chinese were very, very open with us and allowed us to go and see a number of projects. And, you know, so it gives you some incredible insights that you could see. The industry was a mixture of, I could call it bucket chemistry, small projects, private and then large state-owned enterprises that were using, you know, incredible technology. And what we learned was, you know, the flotation process definitely works. And I think all the players that are coming in need to consider it, really, unless you've got some exceptional ability to recover gravity. If you're getting a normal, you know, minus 100 micron, you just really need to start looking at flotation to recover. And the other area, it gave me an opportunity to see the scale of the Chinese industry. And you've got a mixture of projects which are pure tungsten, but importantly, there's also a number there that are, you know, tungsten's a byproduct. And that's where you really need to be very competitive, you know, competing with the Chinese that are producing tungsten as a byproduct. And there's a lot of it out there as well in terms of stockpiles, and maybe we can talk about that as well.